Hello, everyone. The theme here, and I'm here to talk about WWE TLC 2015. And what an event that it was. It wasn't the best and it wasn't the worst, but it seems that I'm always saying that nowadays. Now, with the matches, oh god, wow, yeah, this pay per view pretty much delivered on the matches and on scenarios because it led to the following Raw, and I'm going to be getting to that a little bit later on. But let me start by getting the meaningless matches out of the way. You had the chair match between Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger, which was pretty much no Zep culture. You know, earlier in the pre-show, you said Mex America is done. Alberto Del Rio said Mex America is done, and I was like, okay, yeah. They just used that angle just for a little bit, and I guess it wasn't really working out. But then you got the League of Nations going on, so Zep culture, you know, that could have been the ending of them during the match, and Zep could have went with Jack Swagger again, but nevertheless, this was just a quote-unquote filler match. We all knew that Jack Swagger was not going to win that match or the United States Championship for that matter, so Alberto Del Rio winning, no surprise. Then there was, Rusev versus Ryback. Again, there was nothing to gain or lose here except for establishing the League of Nations. Again, I called that Ryback was not going to win the match, and lo and behold, I didn't know that he was going to lose or anything like that. But I just went by common sense logic as far as the situation. Rusev accoladed, yeah, and he beats Ryback. Okay, once again, surprise, surprise. The Divas match wasn't, but it's funny how Charlotte is now using tactics to fucking win her matches, and it makes things interesting because she's a face, but she's using that tactic to win and to keep her fucking Divas Championship, which spices things up a bit because, you know, look, even though I don't firmly believe in the Divas Revolution, it is still good to spice things up like that and to keep things interesting and to keep a story going between the Divas as far as the heels, the faces, and Charlotte, who is now trying to do everything that she can with her father to keep the Divas belt. I have no issue with that, as long as they keep that shit going. Not sure if Charlotte and Becky are going to feud pretty soon or even cross paths, but it could happen. But at the end of the day, yeah, Charlotte retains. No surprise there. Wow, the tag team title ladder match. Oh my. There were a lot of cool spots on there. There were a lot of wasting time, but all ladder matches have that, especially when it comes to tag teams. Everybody has to. It's basically a demolition derby of motherfuckers flying around and being spot monkeys. And they delivered at that point. Xavier Woods was not even in the match, but he ended up being in the match anyway with throwing the trombone and Kofi Kingston finally wins a fucking ladder match by fucking getting belts. As far as my knowledge, he has never won one. I don't know. I may be wrong, but as far as my knowledge, Kofi Kingston has never won one. Went up by himself. I mean, he should have done Money in the Bank already. But anyway, one thing I would like to point out during that match, it was one of the Usos. I'm not sure which one, but it was Kalisto. There was a spot on top of the ladder that I mean, look, it was the reversal freaking flip over back freaking backbreaker, no, neck breaker, sort of like that. The fact that they tried that just totally, I mean, I put my hands on my head. I was like, whoa, they're not going to do this, are they? Oh, they did that. And then they crashed on the ladder and the ladder broke in half. If you haven't seen that spot, please check this match out, and you'll see what I mean once it gets to the spot. It was unbelievable. But everybody, at the end of the day, filled their part of the match, and the New Day retained. I didn't think that the New Day was going to lose because, once again, they are the main ones that are carrying the tag team division right now. And they're the only heels in the tag team division that are interesting. Fuck the extension, all right? They're not interesting. They have nothing to do. They have no play in this. So, yeah, tag team championships, New Day retain. Surprise, surprise. Not really. Not me anyway. So, oh my God, the Intercontinental Championship. I said it could go either way, and Dean Ambrose winning the belt, that was a surprise to me, especially due to a roll-up. So, yeah, Dean Ambrose is Intercontinental Champion. I have no issues with that. They should have him being the lunatic fringe and carrying this for at least 5 freaking months. Have him hold it well after WrestleMania. Have him keep the belt. It doesn't make any sense to cough it up anytime soon. And with Kevin Owens free of the Intercontinental title, that gives to a meat of a conversation that I'm going to have later. So, Roman Reigns versus Sheamus. It was funny because everyone actually, all right, look, who didn't see coming the League of Nations coming out to interfere? Now, there was no equal ground for Roman Reigns, and King Barrett is injured. So, the Usos coming out and Dean Ambrose coming out, it didn't happen. So, when Sheamus finally wins and grabs the title, afterwards, it was kind of funny. Because, you know, you get faces that go crazy. And you have to look convincing while you do that. Roman Reigns still looked out of place when he was going nuts, going crazy. I'm so mad I lost. I hate you all with the chair. Triple H comes out. Okay, he smacks Rusev. He smacks Alberto Del Rio. He keeps smacking Sheamus. Yeah. Triple H comes out. That was so drawn out because everybody knew what was coming. He finally gets to Triple H and just whacks him with a chair, whacks him with a chair, whacks him with a chair, whacks him with a chair. Spills outside. He tries to freaking put him through the announce table. It didn't happen. And then he climbs on the English announce table, does a leg drop, and then the table finally breaks. And next thing you know, and Stephanie, all that bitchy bullshit that she usually does. And then, as they're trying to carry Triple H out, and once again, who didn't see this coming? Roman Reigns, and spear. Okay, fine. You knew there were going to be some things that happened for Monday Night Raw, which leads to Monday Night Raw. Now, at the top of the show, Stephanie McMahon comes out without her husband. Surprise, surprise. Said that he's healing up. I think he was in the hospital. Whatever. Surprise, surprise. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out. Yeah, all right. No, you're gonna fire me. You're gonna fire me. And that didn't happen. I'm not gonna fire you because my husband told me not to. Patriarchy. But anyway, slap, 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 slap. I may not do it, but someone probably will. And that's that chairman of the board, Mr. No Chance. That's what yeah. So, all right, he's scheduled to come on later, and it was kind of funny how they brung him out. So, in the meantime, you just have some little bullshit that's going on. You had Bo Dallas versus R-Truth. That match was not going anywhere, and who's going to take that seriously? So the chairman comes out during that. Get the hell out of my ring! Yeah. All right, fine. Roman Reigns, yeah, I'm going to make him sweat. It goes to a commercial break. It comes back on. Roman Reigns comes out looking, enters the ring, and, you know, the sequence I saw coming a mile away. I'm like, all right, he's not going to fire him. He's not going to fire him. He's just not going to fire him. Sheamus comes out, convinces to put his title on the line. That happens. Vince kicks Roman Reigns in the balls, and we have a show for later on as far as the title match. So, in between that time, you had Dolph Ziggler going against Dean Ambrose. It was non-title, I think, and Kevin Owens comes out, and the faces both get laid out. So, I guess they're trying to throw Dolph Ziggler in the Intercontinental Championship mix, which I don't see any wrong doing that. But at the same time, Kevin Owens doesn't have a title right now. And that is probably going to come into the play within the next month or so. Stay tuned. So, yeah, you have the Wyatts going against Team ECW in this Extreme match. And, yeah, motherfuckers are all over the place. And I'm surprised that Eric Rowan got the win. I did forget to mention that. The Wyatts against Team ECW at TLC. Yeah, Eric Rowan was the only one that was eliminated from the Wyatt team, and then the Wyatt team just ran through Team ECW. Surprise, surprise. No, because I didn't think that Braun Strowman was going to be put into the table. Yes, I said Luke Harper was probably going to get eliminated, but that didn't happen. But anyway, they had this cool Extremes match, and shit happening everywhere. Kendo sticks, motherfuckers got put through tables, and Eric Rowan actually got the pin. He actually pinned Rhino. That was a surprise to me. I didn't think that that was even eligible of happening. But the Wyatts end up winning. I'm not surprised there, because the Wyatts have to remain dominant. They have to remain at the top. If they do not, okay, let's say if Team ECW would have won, it wouldn't have made any sense to me. Even though they're in Philadelphia, it still wouldn't have made sense to me. It was just that they wanted destruction. That's what the Philly crowd wanted, and that's what they got. So, at the end of the day, no matter who won the match, it didn't really matter. So the Wyatts winning, it's still a good decision. That's just, alright. So, yes, you have the New Day and the Lucha Dragons and the Usos waste time in the ring. Nothing was really happening. They all shook hands. And then New Day rocks it. And then they all get jumped. The Philly crowd booed that. And I thought that was very interesting. Why? Because yes, New Day are heels, but they were the most entertaining thing going on. The Luchas aren't entertaining unless they're wrestling. And the Usos, many people think that they're no longer entertaining. So the New Day getting jumped like that, people didn't like that. People were shouting, New Day rocks. Because they do. Now, I mean, look. Yes, you have the Divas Tag Team match, and once again, no surprise there. It was just a waste of time to me. It wasn't really anything up for grabs. No point or purpose, so no, that's not even worth mentioning. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry. You need to have a Divas type of turmoil situation where motherfuckers are just going after this woman's belt, and it's a fatal 4-way, and moves and shit are being done everywhere. I would love to see a ladder match. But, again, it was very pointless to have that tag match. It just was, okay? I just didn't, no. So, now, the main part of the night, Sheamus versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. If Roman loses, he's fired! I mean, I'm all for spicing things up and to try to not make it predictable, but at the end of the day, this was predictable. Nothing wrong with that, because if you're a wrestling fan, you can see shit coming a mile away, specifically because you're a wrestling fan. You hope for other things, but when certain things happen, you can't really bitch about it because, again, it's wrestling. And that shit, that's just the way it is. Vince McMahon was even out there interfering and turning the back of the ref. You did have the League of Nations come out and try to interfere, but that didn't hold any fucking ground. Roman Reigns is now the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now they decide to pull the trigger. Now, the main issue about that I have right now is that the Royal Rumble is around the corner. And Royal Rumble is usually on the road to WrestleMania. Now, it's who is going to be in the Royal Rumble and who is going to win it. Kevin Owens is the only heel right now on the roster, main roster, that makes any type of sense to win the Rumble. Sheamus is not even going to be in it because he has a championship match. A face winning the Rumble means that Sheamus has to win. Triple H may come back and win the Royal Rumble. We don't know. Is Reigns going to keep the title until WrestleMania? That is the biggest question mark right now. I don't see Brock Lesnar coming to win the Royal Rumble. I don't see that, even though that would be awesome to him to eliminate all 29 in order to get that shot, but I don't think that's going to happen. But one of the biggest possibilities, and I know WWE is not going to pull the trigger, they're going to do something stupid, but if Roman Reigns is now solidified to be the replacement and to be the top face of the company, then what if John Cena comes back at the Royal Rumble and wins the Rumble and challenges Reigns at WrestleMania. That is a big possibility. I don't want that to happen unless John Cena finally turns heel. I don't think that's possible, but with Roman Reigns at the top now, he finally can be Cena's replacement. Again, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. We don't even know if Roman's going to retain. We don't even know if Roman's going to be champion going into WrestleMania because they may take the belt off of him and have Triple H go against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania just one-on-one. They are building up to that alone. That's just logic. That's just common sense. That's just me. That's just predicting everything in a predictability manner. However, what if any of those guys, because, okay, we already know who's not going to win it. The Luchas are not going to win the Rumble. The fucking New Day are not going to win the Rumble. Zack Ryder, Bo Dallas, get the fuck out of here, all right? There are only certain people that will qualify. And if Roman Reigns is the main face that's going to be defending at WrestleMania, and Seth Rollins, he's injured. He's not coming back. Dean Ambrose, he's Intercontinental Champion, but I don't think they'll have him win the Royal Rumble in order to challenge Reigns. I don't see that happening. Kevin Owens is the only heel that's on the main roster that actually qualifies, but I don't think they'll pull that trigger. So it's Triple H, Brock Lesnar, John Cena. I don't think Rusev qualifies. No. Alberto. No. Ryback. No. Ziggler. Ambrose. Wyatt. Question mark. That would be interesting because, remember, anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you. But you still have John Cena that could come back and win the Royal Rumble and finally become heel at WrestleMania and take the title for the 16th time. Questions, comments, thoughts. I want to know. I want to know how did you feel about the TLC event? How did you feel about Monday Night Raw? How do you feel about Roman Reigns being WWE World Heavyweight Champion? Are they going to strip him of it? Are they going to say, no, fuck you, you're not the champion, we're going to put it up for grabs at the Royal Rumble for the second time? So the winner of the Royal Rumble will be WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Are they going to do that? Only time will tell. And when they finally do announce it, yes, I'm going to be right here talking about it, and I want to get your thoughts and feelings about it. So, yes, once again, drop kicks, body slams, throwing motherfuckers over the top rope, both feet hitting the floor. Yes, I am a wrestling fan, and once again, this is the theme, and I'll see you later. Credits.